Hey everybody, how are y'all doing? Wow, there's already some folks in here. Hey Mark, how you doing? I got myself a can of Diet Coke tonight. Mm. Yeah, so just been chilling in the studio and figured, well, go live. Um, see how you all doing. How's everybody doing out there? Um, it was a little gloomy today here in the Smoky Mountains. We're getting some rain overnight, and then in into tomorrow. Hey Steven, how you doing? Hey Texas Steve, how you doing? Hey Jen. Hey Del Noah. Hello. Aztec 73, welcome. The wonderful afternoon. Yes. Uh you use the potty first. So sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. I guess the potty's just around the corner, so oh, who else we got in here? We got Jacobson in here. Hello, how you doing? Hey Dan. Hey Sonny. Hey Sonny, how you doing? Teresa, Judith, hey Amy, fishing girl. Hello. Do you do a lot of fishing? I've been thinking about doing some fishing this year. It's been suggested over the last so many years, and it's just like I don't know. I don't know how you make fishing on YouTube like interesting for everyone, but it's just something we've been kind of kicking back and forth. Hey, RN. I'll see here. Okay, I'll see here. Happy to be here. Hey, we're happy to have you. Thank you so much. Kit Kat's in here. Anna's in here. Hey, Kelly. Hey, Blondie. It's great to see ya. Dawn. She'll check in a little bit later. She's on the computer doing Dawn things. So, what a nice surprise! Yes, it's a Wednesday. We try to mix it up a little bit, right? A little bit of a surprise for you. Hey, Geo. Hey, Froggy. Hey, Panther Gale. Watching from the sidelines. Welcome. It's great to have everybody in here tonight. Hey, Eric. Not as much as I would like to. Oh, do some fishing. Yes. Yeah, I like to do that, but I don't know. The video quality looks good. I'm glad because, my internet connection here has been kind of wild lately. I don't know. They've been in the neighborhood though, like digging up lines and moving stuff. It's just been crazy. I don't know what they're doing around here, but hey there, my man. Hello, Jason. How you doing? Tambo is in here. Hello, guys. Leaving on a cruise this week. All right, Karen. That is awesome. I was looking at some cruises, maybe in the next month or two. Just to add one. So I've been in there looking for last minutes and things like that. Are you going to do Route 66 again this year? We've been kicking it back and forth, Sherry. We're not 100% sure. We do have an opportunity to do Route 66 in reverse. Would that be something you guys would like to see? Like going from California to Chicago or something like that. Yeah. Let's see here. Chris, good. Hello, how you doing? Look at the map. Yes, the map's got some it's got a few more pins. Watching here, we got here. Look at the map. Carpetbaggers in town. Yeah, he's getting ready for a big road trip coming up. Coming to Pigeon Forge in Gatlinburg on July the 4th through the 12th. Anything interesting going on? Sherry, it's the 4th of July. The first 4th of July parade of the year in Gatlinburg. They have just all kinds of stuff. Fireworks at Dollywood, fireworks everywhere. So yes, I think Pigeon Forge. I'm not sure exactly. I haven't got into the schedule. If they're going to be having fireworks down there at Patriot Park or what have you, but yeah, the pins look good. Yes, I know they're kind of back there. I did put those pins on that we got. We just got a few pins. We didn't get a lot on this last trip. You can tell that the Caribbean down there, right there, the Caribbean's got a lot of different pins. And we don't even really have it's just they kind of end up down in that area there, but that's because of all the cruises, of course, but right out here, guys. Okay, the camera's reverse. Right up in here, guys. Up in here. That's where we need to head, right? That's where the states that we need to go. There's Dawn.
Hi.
Dawn's here. I told Dawn, I said, I'm going to go live. She's like, okay, but she, we were out all day, and I said, well, if you're tired or you don't want to just bug out, just say hi or goodbye to everybody. I wanted to check in with you because we haven't put a video out in a couple days. I had a couple doctor's appointments and a couple tests done. I will eventually get into later on. I'll talk a little bit about some of the tests and stuff I had to, but not right now. Yeah. So the last few days have been an eye and Dawn day. I need to get a new dentist because I need some dental work done. And I've been doing that as well. So there are a lot of things, I have to do. It's the beginning of the year. So, I got to make sure all my prescriptions and my insurance is doing what it's supposed to. And of course, everybody's insurance went up. Ours went up through the roof. Price of medication has went up. Everybody knows everything's gone up. So, but enough of me complaining about prices of things, right? Nobody wants to hear that. Hey, Ken Green, what's next, Robert? How are you doing? Yes, how are you doing? Roses are red. We got Sandra in here, Travis, Roy and Maria. Great to have you. Sonny says, I can't wait to hear Dawn's laugh. Yeah. Any plans to visit Montana? Yes, definitely plans to visit Montana. I'll get a little bit more into our trip out west. I do want you guys to give us some suggestions when it comes time. I already got some suggestions. I know when we go out west, though, we're going to have a little bit of time, but we're not going to have all the time in the world to do everything. Just like when we went down to Mississippi and Louisiana, we knew we weren't going to be there very long. But we did them, but doesn't mean we'll never go back. In fact, there's a lot we want to go back. We'll probably am going back to Louisiana again, maybe this year. So we'll see. If not, we're Mardi Gras next year.
Trying to think of it.
Yeah.
States.
Well, here I got your map over here. You want to share with everybody?
We did Mississippi, Louisiana, we did Arkansas, Texas. We didn't do nothing in Texas. Well,
Well, we did across the Panhandle. Yeah, Texas is another state where we need to, we got Dallas and Houston and a lot of these states I have been to already, but we're kind of doing it with the channel. So I've been to Wyoming before. I've been to Colorado. I've been to Utah and Idaho. I know I've never been to Oregon or Washington, and I'm not 100% sure. I have to ask Mom.
We got 9 or 10 left.
If we've been to Montana.
We need to put the stickers on.
And I have been. My cousin used to live in Louisiana, so we've been there before. But we're going by the YouTube channel on this, right? Kind of a fun thing to do. Go to Mount Rushmore. We did, Tony. Go back about a year in our channel. Year and a half ago, maybe 2 years. Yeah, we were just there.
How good are you putting stickers on?
Yeah, I'll put the stickers on. Yeah, let me do that. You want me to put the sticker on? Well, you go ahead and do the chat. And I'm going to go get the stickers ready. Okay, so.
Go to Waco, Texas. Check out the Dr. Pepper Museum.
Yes.
You need to go to World War II Museum in New Orleans.
So we're going to go ahead and put the sticker in Louisiana and Mississippi. I got them right here. You guys want to see the states that we have left. It's pretty much yeah, and we will be back though to Mississippi and Louisiana. Just like we need to go back to New Jersey and Kansas. We were only in Kansas for 13 miles on Route 66. So when we head out west, we are going to get deeper into Kansas is our plan.
Opinion and Detroit style pizza. We're going to be hitting Mount Rushmore in the end of June. I really enjoyed Mount Rushmore. They hit a lot of chipmunks.
Don't let it fool you. There's a lot to do. You got Deadwood. You have, you have so much to do. Take the train ride through South Dakota there, and then if you get a chance, it's like a day's drive. It's not really a day. You could do it in a day. Go out to cross over into Wyoming and do Devil's Rock. I kind of kick ourselves that we didn't cross into Wyoming to do Devil's Tower. Devil's Tower. All right, here we go. I'm gonna try to make sure.
Oh, you're gonna go see the Elvis Presley epic movie tomorrow? That's awesome, Rondo.
We will be doing some. We'll go back to Memphis too.
Are you working in injection molding? I think you used to, Will.
Yes, I used to be in injection molding. So what I did is I did pretty much everything. I've done everything in injection molding plant. Processing was a big thing I did. Mess with the robotics, sprue pickers, things like that. And setup. Of course, you got to do setup and put the molds in, take them out. I was supervisor for many, many years. Yada, yada, yada. Okay, let me get. Yep. Plastic injection molding, and I do miss it sometimes. Yeah, sometimes. I enjoyed it. I just didn't enjoy the 6 and 7 days a week and unpredictable hours and just it was crazy, the amount of time we put into it. Automotive is like that. Automotive industry. Anybody who works in the automotive industry will tell you. But I'm very, very blessed.
We did Alaska on a cruise.
Yeah, we did.
That's got to come for something, I guess.
We did. Okay, here we are. Now we got Arkansas. We got like this big old, boom, state in the middle. Then Arkansas. The thing is, Dawn and I have traveled to Arkansas multiple times. We drove through it on our way back from Silver Dollar City one year. And then we drove back through it on our way back from Route 66. So technically, we have been through Arkansas, and we've stayed the night in Arkansas, but we have to make a YouTube video. We never did. We were passing through Arkansas.
I did Google it in. What is Arkansas known for? Really, not much of anything,
gold.
Except for a diamond mine or something.
The diamonds, not gold.
Diamond mine.
Diamonds. It's known for
state parks.
It's got a lot of beautiful hiking.
Yeah,
it's got the Ozarks there.
Waterfall. Yeah.
And then it's also known for hot springs.
And
Bill Clinton.
Trying a hot spring. I'm afraid of it though. What if it's too high? You got to give them those temperature things.
And Bill Clinton, right?
Is he from Arkansas?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, from Arkansas. And there's a lot of other things too. There's a lot of other things.
Okay, some chicken nuggets are from Arkansas. I thought ketchup was from Arkansas too.
Ketchup's from everywhere where you go. Mustard seeds. Remember the mustard seed thing you always go off about?
Mustard seeds are from Florida.
So this is where we're at officially. So how long can it take us to do this? Well, not very long. We can do it. Hawaii is a tough one. I put this back here for right now. Try not to. All right. So, yes, Walmart. There you go. Walmart's from Arkansas. They have a museum there. Yes. Yeah. One of the biggest employers in. Go to the diamond mine. Yes, I do have my sights set for the diamond mine there. I guess you can still go there and try to dig up diamonds. So that sounds like a fun thing. You guys have covered a lot. We have. I mean, yet again, when we mark a state off, doesn't mean we're ever going to go back. In fact, I do want to make another trip maybe towards the fall season back up to Maine and Vermont and New Hampshire. I want to make another trip back up towards Minnesota and Wisconsin and all that, because those are beautiful states in general as well. Texas is a state that we're not even done with, man. There is so much to do. See, we haven't even been to the Alamo. We've been to the Alamo Steakhouse in Pigeon Forge, but we haven't been to the Alamo. The Alamo.
We have been in New York.
We have been in New York City. We did a couple
Are
videos.
You looking to go on the Carnival Festival inaugural sale in May of 2027?
I got a couple of. Well, Dawn says you did say that you want to go on an inaugural sailing.
But Carnival.
Well, Carnival. Dawn.
You've been getting a bad rap.
Well, I think yeah.
Where's my back? Every time I come in here, my back's itchy.
All right, well.
Down.
So, yeah, she wants to do an inaugural sailing. The problem with inaugural sailings is that usually they have a lot of hiccups. You know, it's the very first sailing. So, being on the inaugural sailing doesn't always mean that you're going to have the best cruise, right?
What's next, Roberts?
You're better off to go in 2 or 3 weeks later. That way the cruise got everything down pat. Everybody's got everything down pat. And, you know, you're gonna have the best sailing. You know, I hear so many vloggers say we were on the inaugural sailing and it was, you know what I mean, we had problems. You know, this wasn't right, that, because everybody's trying to figure things out. You know, it's the first time the ship's to capacity and people are running around, and you know, it's crazy. So definitely dig up some diamonds. Kelly says yes, and you know, if I dig up diamonds, I'm gonna have to give them all to Dawn because Dawn loves diamonds. Dawn, that's your favorite stone, right?
That's my birthstone.
That's your birthstone. Dawn loves diamonds, and Dawn's got a. You got a lot of jewelry.
I'm not gonna go get it.
I know. Dawn doesn't want to show off her jewelry, but she's got a decent amount. I used to buy her a really big piece every single year, so she got more jewelry than you could probably wear. Try a riverboat cruise. You know, I have been looking, Todd. I have been looking at riverboat cruises. There was one I was looking at for the Great Lakes that will take us from Toronto all around the Great Lakes and come back. And when I went to go inquire for it, for Dawn and I both, for 10 days, it was $18,000. And I said, absolutely not. For $18,000, I think I could probably rent, well, I don't know. It's just a lot of money. That would be crazy amount of money. And then I also looked into a Mississippi cruise, and I think it was a little bit less than that. I think for Dawn and I both, it was like, I don't know, $12,000 or $13,000 out the door. So they are expensive. They're almost 3 times the amount of cruise, you know, cruises that you take with, like, you know, Royal Caribbean or whatever. So I don't know. Just pull the $18,000 from retirement. If the doctor gave me and said, hey, Will, you know, you got 2 years to live, maybe we'll do the river cruise, right? But hey, Brian, how you doing? Brian, hello from Michigan. Well, it's great to see you. Hope all is well. We have Ray Myers. Hey, Ray, how you doing? Well, come to Philly. I want to meet the Philly captain. It doesn't have to be on camera, but I want to meet him because I love his energy, and he seems like to be the most ultimate guy that could take you and show you Philly the way it's supposed to be seen, right? I don't know. It would be great. He's really yes. So we got the history honk in here. Hello, how you doing? Honk honk. Sherry says nothing good. I had nothing but good cruises on Carnival. Sherry Max says. Our last Carnival cruise was really good. It was really good. I could see us definitely doing another one. I know a lot of folks have been asking us to do Margaritaville, so it could be a possibility too. Your Ginger says, my fourth great granddad, Gordon Cartwright Jennings, fought at the Alamo. That is amazing to sit there. You can trace your lineage back to some. That just still blows my mind. I can actually trace my family's lineage way back too. That might be for another video one day. I don't know. I'm kind of weird about making videos like that because there's always, I don't know. But what's up with Toe? Toe's doing good. He's got a lot going on. He's been real busy. That's all I can really say. Dawn, you look amazing today, Patty says.
Oh, thanks. Thank you.
We did Celebrity Cruises West Indies. It was phenomenal. I would love to do so. We haven't done Celebrity yet. I heard great things. So I've seen great things. I also want to do Princess too. I actually did some research on what Princess cruise ships plays the Love Boat tune. Now, not all of them do, Don. There's only like 5 or 6 of them in the I think it's their newer ships that plays the Love Boat theme song. So we got to make sure we get one of the ones that play. Isn't that crazy? We want to book a cruise so that we could be on the one that plays the Love Boat. Philly Captain's awesome. I like him. He's down to earth. He's genuine. He has passion for a lot of things, his town. And of course he's into baseball and the sports and everything else. And so, yeah, I do naturally enjoy folks that got that kind of energy and stuff like that. So have you guys ever done zip lines? We have never done a zip line. Nope. Never done a zip line. Hello from Nashville. Just got done with your Mardi Gras video. Well, thank you so much. I like Mardi Gras. I didn't have no problems. There's a lot of folks that were coming in saying, oh, this and that. But we had a good time. I'll do it again. Hey, Will and Dawn, have you ever thought about going on Norwegian? Yes, definitely. My daughter, her family just loved the Mardi Gras, Carnival Mardi Gras. I heard good things about that ship. In fact, we've seen the front of that ship many of times. That's where the sea turtles like to swim around. So. Oh,
Dr. Seuss is doing a Hawaii cruise this summer. I can't wait.
Oh,
Dr.
wow.
Suss.
Dr. Suss.
Maybe I'm saying it wrong. Dr. Suss. Seuss.
So, what have I been doing? Well, like I said, I've been seeing my doctor. I had a couple tests I had done. And there's nothing to worry about, So I had some tests done.
Hi, Eddie. How you doing?
Hey, Eddie. How you doing? And I've been doing some research on some videos I want to make. Also, so I grew up in Detroit, in the Detroit area, and I used to go to Bobolo Island. Folks that are familiar with the Metro Detroit area, maybe Ohio, maybe even Indiana, Cleveland, maybe. I know you guys had Cedar Point. But when I was a kid, we used to go to Bobolo. And then every now and then, when we were really good, we got to go to Cedar Point, right? Technically, Cedar Point kind of killed Bobolo. You know what I mean? In a way. Bobolo had a lot of other problems. But anyways, Bobolo, I have a lot of fond memories there. And I've been finding some old videos on the internet of Bobolo Island. And it just brings back some memories. So I've been down this like rabbit hole of nostalgia with Bobolo Island. I used to have this big stuffed dog. His name was Bobolo.
I never been to Bobolo.
You didn't go to Bobolo. Dawn says she never got to go to Bobolo. You got to go to Kittyland.
Yeah.
You got to go to Kittyland. I never been to Kittyland. I always wanted to go to Kittyland.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, it's like down there in Mount Clemens.
Oh.
Yeah.
I wonder whatever happened to Kittyland. It went out of business or something.
It's gone. Like Bobolo, those little parks never made it. And that's the reason why I do have a passion for theme parks like Dollywood and stuff, because, you know, when you're a kid growing up, that's the thing you look forward to during your summer months. You know, we're going to go to Babalo, we're going to go to Cedar Point. And so, wow, it's just nostalgia. I was even looking like what happened to the carousel there, what happened to the rides, or any of the carousels or rides or anything of were transported to another theme park to where maybe we can go this summer and make a video of us kind of as for getting onto Babalo Island, because there's still a few pieces of it left. It's all private property now, so you can't really do that as much. I mean, there are ways to get on the island, but it's just a lot of work, a lot of craziness, and most people on our channel probably would not care to hear much about it. But anyways, so that's what I've been doing for like the last couple days. We went to Babalo as a kid. Lisa B said, yeah, it was on an island, and you had to take a riverboat from Detroit, from Gibraltar, or from Amherst, Canada. And it was like, you know what I mean? So the trip to get to the amusement park was all the fun in itself too. Dawn, they love your color of your hair.
Thank you.
When was the last time you rode a roller coaster? I rode, so a couple weeks before Dollywood, before we left Dollywood, I rode Big Bear Mountain. I like Big Bear Mountain. And I think I might have rode just before that. I rode Wild Eagle. Oh, and then that same day, I think I rode oh my gosh. Blazing Fury. So yeah, I did. Those are my last rides I've rode this year. Haven't rode anything else since then. How's the cinnamon bread at Dollywood? It's great. I do recommend it if you go. It's kind of a staple. You used to go to Babalo Island too, Mel? I love Babalo. I wish it never would have went anywhere, but I understand that it was failing, you know. There's nothing better than riding the Columbia, you know what I mean, down the Detroit River, you know what I mean? So I think it was the St. Clair and the Columbia were the two ships. I thought about going there, walking around the island, kind of showing a few of the landmarks that were there. They're still there. And then putting some old video footage together and talking about my time going to, but I don't know. That's something I've been working on for like kind of a video. But it seems like the folks that they're building like $1 million homes on Babalo Island now. And the community there don't really like folks strolling around taking videos of some of the abandoned structures that are still there. Has anybody ever done the train ride at night has anybody ever done the train ride sightseeing? As you mean like an Amtrak or something, Brian? We have a friend named Jacob the Carpetbagger. He's been doing a lot of like train, vlogs and stuff like that. He's pretty good at it. I had an obsession there for a while for hobos that would jump on trains illegally and ride them. I used to watch this guy called Stove the Hobo. Remember him? And unfortunately, that's a dangerous profession. And he had accidentally lost his life by jumping on rails, jumping on trains, catching a ride out or something. But I was obsessed with that for a while. Doing a Hawaii cruise this summer, Dr. Seuss. That's awesome. Ocala Silver Springs. I want to go. Ever since Dawn and I have been to seeing the manatees, we've been wanting to go back, haven't we? Manatees?
Yeah.
Manatees.
They said, what about Allegiance airflying people and for Dollywood?
Yeah.
Package deal for Dollywood.
So I don't know if I told you about this.
Probably not. You never told me anything.
Really?
Yeah.
So Dollywood has had they partnered with Allegiant Airline,
I didn't know that.
and they're having a special Dolly flight. It's like 936. I don't know the flight number. It's technically a flight that leaves Orlando and comes to Knoxville. I think it's on a daily basis, or at least it has
So they're
kinds of
just
schedule.
going to fly people from Florida.
Well, no, they're gonna have like when you get on board, they're gonna be playing Dolly Parton music,
Yeah.
and there's gonna be special insignias maybe on some of the
So
crew.
they pretty much bought Allegiant.
No.
Oh.
It's just a partnership. They might on the plane itself, they might have a great big butterfly or something.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Well, then they bought it.
No, they didn't buy it. It's just they're partnering because that flight is a dedicated flight that's going back and forth from Knoxville. So, and I'm actually thinking about taking that flight just to do it. Plus, we can spend a couple days in Florida, right? Maybe catch a cruise. So maybe we'll fly down on that particular flight and then see what it's about, and then we can catch a cruise.
Okay.
So, problem is we've got a Allegiant. I actually love flying out of Allegiant. Allegiant's a really great airline. I love flying out to Vegas on them. They do get you for your baggage though, so we probably couldn't take Big Blue. We'd have to somehow figure something out because you're flying. You're gonna have you know much you're gonna pay a lot of money and things. So, anyways. Yeah. What is the weather in Pigeon Forge? Hey Timothy, it's kind of gloomy. It's still warm. I think we were up in the 70s today. I want to say we were in the 70s. We're in the 60s right now. But it's supposed to start raining. Allegiant Airlines is playing Russian roulette. Okay. I like it. I've never had a problem. I actually enjoy flying on Allegiant. Rudy Poo says that Allegiant Airlines is awful. Okay. Well, everybody's got their own opinion. I enjoy them. I thought that every flight we've ever taken on them, which we've flown quite a bit with them.
Oh, Matt, your channel has helped me out a lot. Last year, I had a major heart attack at 41 years old. I'm doing good now. My health is good. Thumbs up for your channel. Thanks, Matt T. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm glad you're doing better, though.
Your channel helped. Oh, yeah. Well, thank you so much, and I'm glad we can help. You know, I always tell Dawn that if it's okay. So it's flight 925 on November the 6th only. I thought it was going to be that particular flight from that point on.
Why November 6th? What's November 6th?
I don't know. I thought it was that flight from that point on.
So you got to plan a vacation around November 6th?
So you're sprinkling rain here in eastern Kentucky. Do you still use microphones? No, we don't use microphones. Good to see you guys. Well, thank you so much, Smoky Mountain Food, Faith, and Fun. How are you all doing? Hope it all is well. Do you think aliens are real? I do believe that there is life forms or things we don't always understand, but are they intelligent enough? Or are they more intelligent, right? But yeah. Gorilla Taco Guy. Oh, hey, I remember meeting you all. Yes, it's great meeting you. Remember we met them in the parking lot?
Yeah, I remember you.
Of Gorilla Taco.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Hi, food. Smoky Mountain Food, Faith and Fun.
So, here.
Doing good.
And this here is the states that we have left.
Better.
These are the states we have left. Oh, let's see here. 9 to 5. Have we been to see Skyland Ranch? No, we have not. No, we have not. Oh, wow. So you had an emergency vet visit. I remember with Honey Bear, we used to, in the middle of the night, we'd go up there and see if they can meet us at the veterinarian office and all that. And that's cool. Eddie Stedman, I'm glad in the prayers help Fridays forever. Yes. Dawn and I were just talking about that earlier today. I did get to see their video and the story about how everything went down. And, he's just, it's just a true miracle. He looked good. He looked good in the video, and they're planning to get back to making videos, and they're still, he's got a lot more things he's got to go through yet. So we'll definitely keep him in our prayers. Man, my eye is watering. My eye today has just been watering. It's been doing it a lot lately. I don't know. Chased after Bigfoot in Missouri. Okay. Have you been to the Donut Fryer? Of course we've been to the Donut Fryer. That is the place to go if you're in Gatlinburg, especially in the morning for us. Grab a Long John. You know what I mean? Dawn loves the Long Johns.
No, I like the ones with the custard.
Custard Long John.
No, some of them don't have filling in them. Some have the white filling.
Okay.
Just the custard ones.
She likes the custard ones. Snowball Jen says, "Hey Dawn, how's everything been doing with you? Bigfoot is just a myth." Okay. So Gio says, "Hey Will, why did I not get a postcard from you? You did not get a postcard? I sent all the postcards out. Did you? Do you have a return address? I don't know. Did you send? We only send postcards out, but did you not send a card out for Christmas? I can't remember. The thing is that maybe it could still be coming to you. I don't know. You have to let me know. But we went through everything. Now, if you didn't, there was a couple cards we sent back because there's a couple cards we sent back, but it wasn't yours. And then there was there were a few cards, like 4 or 5 we could not, they weren't sent with return addresses. So we didn't have a card to send back out to, or we didn't have an address to send back out to. And then there was one I think we couldn't read. And we actually showed it to some of the other folks, like, hey, can you read this? And they couldn't read it either. So I'd like to hear more home vlogs. Brass Monkey, yes. I think you will see some of those coming up soon. When we get things rolling on a few projects that we're going to have going on around here. Went to Carnival Cruise, guys. So they went to Boone and Blowing Rock last week. That is awesome. Okay, what are we got here? Hey, Will and Dawn, did I send you something in the mail? in our in what about us about us on YouTube, our PO box is there. So if you go to about our channel in our channel you'll see it there. Long Johns are at Bird in the Hand Bakery in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. I love Lancaster, yeah, Pennsylvania. I want to get back up in that area. I want to go to Hershey again. We talked about trying to do Hershey again. I don't know. Out west is kind of the big thing we were doing this year. So I don't know. Who knows? More road trip adventures, please. Well, thank you so much. We do like your guys' feedback and what you guys like to see. It helps us out a lot. We know what we kind of want to do, but we do consider everybody and stuff like that. So if you have suggestions,
haven't tried the new HTO yet. Is it ain't good?
Let's see here.
The HTO one.
So Geos, I used to get a card during Patreon. I thought that's where it came from there. No, we haven't had Patreon, Geo, in going on almost 4 years now. So, but what we do is when people send us like a Christmas card, we send a card back, postcard back, pretty much saying thank you. And also it's kind of an indication that we received it. So that's how we do that. And we do that around Christmas. We don't do that all the time. It depends. Depends on what we're doing. So, hey, John Chalker, how you doing? From Waterbury, Connecticut. DTD says, I have more road trips planned for this year. 2 will be going to New York. I like New York. New York State, the Catskills. I also like the city too, and not everybody likes New York City. I do. I like going there, spend a couple days. That's about all I can take. But check out our Diamond Mines and National Park. Ever check out the Diamond Mine National Park? No, I haven't, Brian. Have you guys tried the new HTO? We haven't. We're not real big tea drinkers. You'll probably notice on our channel, we never drink tea. So, I think we will kind of squeeze it in a video somewhere. We'll try it out. But we're not real big tea drinkers. We probably, I know they have other things there too. I was going to say they have lemonade, but we're not real big. Also, we're not really big at like dedicated places for certain things. Like if we go get something to drink, usually it's with lunch or something. So we're going to a place to eat or something, and then we get our drink there, so that's kind of how we do things. But I don't know, we'll make it there. It's been open for, since we've been back. We've seen that it was open when we come back, so. Good video on Herschel, Pennsylvania would be good. Yes, we've actually have a couple videos on Hershey in our library already. Do you remember Dawn Donuts in Michigan? I do remember Dawn Donuts.
I do remember that.
There was the one windmill place, right?
Yeah.
What chill? What was it called?
It used to be the Windmill Donut Bakery or something, but then it turned into the Dollar Tree on 24th Street. They just tore it down, bulldozed it, and then now it's like a big old Dollar Tree right next to the Chinese restaurant.
Yeah.
And the
Wishills, I forgot how they call it. Wishills.
Ted's Coney Island.
Yeah.
It's in between that and the Chinese restaurant on 24th.
Yeah. And Dawn's Donuts is a big one. Remember?
I do remember Dawn Donuts.
Sweden House. Sweden House is another thing.
I vaguely remember that. I ate there 1 or 2 times when I was little.
Yeah, that place was pretty. That was a good buffet. Also, like Farmer Jack, Great Scott. Remember Great Scott supermarkets? Yeah. Great Scott. Have you ever checked out Warm Springs, Georgia? No, we have not. And the Little White House. I've heard about the Little White House, FDR's Little White House. I have heard about that. When I go to Metro New York, I mostly hover around New York City, Long Island, occasionally upstate to the Bronx. Yeah, I want to go back down to I want to go to Coney Island again. I know there's not a lot there when it comes to like the way Coney Island used to be. But I kind of want to go back there. Well, someone says, have we ever ate at Ruth Chris Steakhouse? We've gotten very close multiple times to eat at Ruth Chris. A few times somebody in our party didn't want it. A couple other times that we got there at 3 and it didn't open until like 4:30. And so people in the party were like all hungry. So we went somewhere else. So we keep missing Ruth Chris. In fact, I want to say one of the places we stayed at, there was a Ruth Chris not too far from us in New Orleans. I think they also have a dress code, do they? I think they have a dress code there too. I know Morton's has a dress code. Somebody says RNY says our mail is not very good. Postcards. Yeah, the problem with postcards is, they get stuck between things. Sometimes they get lost. I know when we did postcards, there was a lot of postcards that get lost. We would resend postcards out, and then all of a sudden the person would say, "Oh wow, you'll never guess." A couple days later, the postcard came. We've gotten postcards that weren't for us in our mailbox that was kind of stuck because the stickers that they put on, mail kind of stuck the postcard. So when the mailman pulled the card out, the envelope, when they're doing their thing, a postcard for our neighbors was stuck to our envelope. And we go, oh, wait a second, this is not for us. This is for the neighbors. And so I could see how postcards, and for a while there, back when we used to do postcards and Patreon, we were talking about we had to get to a point where we're going to have to take postcards and put them in envelopes and send them first class, because not all of them, most of them made it, but every now and then there would be postcards that would not make it. So if you're in New Jersey, where did you go? So we usually stay in New Jersey and then go into New York City. We stayed at the Holiday Inn right across from the Washington Bridge in New Jersey. So we've stayed probably over our years. We stayed half a dozen nights easily, if not more, in New Jersey. And where else did we do? We went to Sleepy Hollow. That was in New York. Never the Headless Horseman.
Yeah.
Never made a video.
Yet again, we never had no time.
Never made a video.
I got locked in the cemetery.
We went and explored, and we came back. The gates were locked.
Didn't you have food poisoning or something?
Yes, I got sick.
It's always something. We never have time to do really anything. Like we're always pressed for time or something.
Yeah.
You did have food poisoning. Either that or diarrhea, but I think it was food poisoning.
I'm not going to blame it on anything in general, but we stayed at a Spark, one of those Spark, hotels, and they had like the biscuits and gravy.
I was going to take a bite out of that thing, and I was like,
And I ate the biscuits and gravy. Then probably about an hour and a half later, I was just deathly sick, and I was sick for the rest of the day. Down.
I would have been sick too.
And then the next day, I woke up, I was better. So I don't know. I don't know if that's what it is or what, but it could have been something else. Who knows? It just could have been something random. But how is English Mountain Trout Farm? Well, Dawn and I have a little problem of catching our fish and eating it.
He made his own postcards.
So yes, the postcards I send out are postcards I have made from our trips. Any good pizza buffets in the area? Yes, there is Pizza Rio. It's a high class. It's pricey, but it's good. If you're looking for something fast and something the kids can tear up, you can check out Cece's as well. CC's being the lesser of the all-you-can-eat pizza joints. RNY says, we did get ours yesterday. Oh, wow. Okay, cool. Must be still out there. Yeah, our most of our postcards went out from Christmas. We went through all that. Dawn and I did before we went to New Orleans, and then we just did some the other day. So, some say Sleepy Hollow is part of upstate New York. Others thinks it's upstate. Yeah, I liked Sleepy Hollow. I like that cemetery because the Carnegie's buried there. All these wealthy, or there's a lot of wealthy individuals buried there. There's a lot more people in there. There's also a lot of interesting folks buried in that cemetery. And I did find the writer. Oh gosh, I'm gonna mess things up. And then by the time we were done exploring the bridge, the famous bridge with the Headless Horseman, as I was leaving the cemetery, the gates were closed. And I was freaked out. I'm like, we're not getting out of here. There's no way to get out of here.
The car pulled up behind us and said they'll get the gate.
And then there was a grounds person there said, yeah, we close, like strictly, we close. He was nice. We strictly close. Like, yeah, you would get locked in. You would have to wait for someone. But I guess he kind of drives through and he kind of makes sure everybody's out. And we were the last ones out. But he let us out. Thank God, because I didn't want to hang out in the Sleepy Hollow Cemetery. I didn't make that video, though. Never made the video. I had problems with some sound, some other things. It was kind of a rush job because we were kind of running late. We were coming back through Connecticut. And things happened when we got back, and we just never got that video out. And in fact, I think I got the footage somewhere. Maybe I should try to put it out. I just told Dawn we'll go back at another day and kind of do it right. You know what I mean? Not such in a rush like we were that one day. Cape May isn't close to the city. Martha, has anybody ever been to Martha's Vineyard? I have this plan that I want to go to Martha's Vineyard. There's a couple things there I want to do and see. Would that be a cool video vlog to do? I don't know. I'm kind of curious. I've always heard about it. I know the Kennedys were there. A lot of the Kennedy family lived there for, I think, didn't even Martha Stewart had something to do with Martha's Vineyard? I don't know.
You're like moving the whole table.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I'm
like,
sorry.
Boom, boom, boom. I'm going to move back away from the table then.
Is Anakista expensive? Well, I know that the Anakista...
Is damn likely to say it might.
I know that Anakista is going up in price, and they'll have a new lift to the top. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Is it pricey? I say they're in the same range as all the other lifts in town. I think they offer a lot more than most lifts in town when you get to the top. Japan recommendations. My husband and I really are into anime. Oh, well, you'll be fine in Japan. I think it's me personally. I like Tokyo, but I wish I would have got out into, like, I think Osaka. I enjoyed Osaka. Like, don't get me wrong, Tokyo is great. But I really enjoyed Osaka. I thought Osaka was like, the vibe and everything was really great. Also, you have Nara so close, and you know what I mean? You have all it's just really rich in history in the area. So my suggestion is make sure you give Osaka a good amount of your time. Tokyo was a lot of fun. If I were to go back to Japan again, I would definitely spend a couple days in Tokyo because there's a couple things we missed. But I would want to get out of town as quick as I could. And just places like Hiroshima, the little places, little towns, little cities. were amazing. They were actually more fun than Tokyo. So, um, yes, that's just my personal feel on it. So, I would actually like to fly into Osaka next time and just start exploring from Osaka. They have like Cat Island. We didn't get to Cat Island. Um, things like that. So anime is everywhere in Japan, so you're not gonna have a problem if you want to just go. You're gonna find it in Tokyo. You're gonna find it in Osaka. Tokyo, though, I want to say just outside of Tokyo, there's a town there, or was that Pokemon? There's a town dedicated to Pokemon. um, so I don't know. It's pretty great. It's pretty crazy. Friday start practicing games for MLB. Yes, I would love to get down to Florida, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. Hey, Nate's here and there. How are you doing? Y'all going to be at Dollywood for the new opening of the roller coaster? We are planning on it. Unfortunately, Dollywood doesn't allow you to film on the rides. So, but we're still going to be there. We still want to experience it. He says, I talked to Crazy Pop. Oh, wow. I haven't heard Crazy Pop in a while. He's still doing YouTube, right, Nate? Butch is awesome. Butch has always been a great a great guy. I know he was doing like I can't remember if I've seen him at Dollywood, the recent scenarios that we had going on. Maybe at the beginning of the year I seen him. Is Crazy Pop going to be there? Okay, cool. Do you guys have trains come? Yeah, I'll try that again. Do you guys have trains come from Chicago to Tennessee? Rhonda, that's a good question. I want to say I couldn't answer that. I don't know if there's a train that goes from I know there's buses that go from Knoxville to Chicago. I know there's a bus that goes from Knoxville to Detroit. I don't know of a train. I know flights go both cities. That's a good question. I would want to say no. Maybe like to Nashville or something. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. That's a good question. That'd be a good question for Jacob. You guys ever do meet and greets again? We did them for like 4 years, and as of right now, we don't have any plans of doing any meet and greets. I know we kind of talk about it, and we kind of say, "Well, maybe we'll have a couple," but in all reality, what happens is we get excited. We think we're gonna do a couple meetups, and then all of a sudden something crazy happens, and then we start thinking, maybe it's not so good to have a meetup, right? Because there's somebody crazy out there doing crazy things and saying crazy things, and I'm like, maybe not so much. So, but we've been advised not to have them, like from a lot of very knowledgeable people. Martha's Vineyard is beautiful. Yeah, I'm wondering. I kind of like to go up there and do a video in the summer. I think you got to do Martha's Vineyard in the summer. I think you can take a boat ride over. I don't think we could stay. I don't know. It's probably expensive to stay on the island. I bet you it's like kind of like. I bet you it's crazy pricey. So Charlie, hey Charlie and Janice, how are y'all doing? We'll be back in Nashville recording next week. Oh wow, okay, cool. Charlie, you got your own music? Wow, that's awesome. Charlie, you can always send us an email. I mean, I don't know where we'll be ever. I do have a calendar, and if people get a hold of me ahead of time, I could put things in my calendar, but a lot of times, unless it's like something to do, it's like real super important. I don't know. Sometimes they'll get bumped when something's going on. What else we got going on here? Martha. Anything, Dawn? Dawn just taking out the Butch has a food truck? What? Does he? I know this was the soda. Does he have like a website to where Dawn and like we can go there and actually check out his food truck? Maybe I should reach out. Maybe I'll see him. I'll see him at Dollywood opening. I'm gonna ask him.
Who's John?
No. Nate's here and there says Butch. Oh. Remember Butch? Remember Crazy Pop?
Oh, okay.
Crazy Pop.
Well, he's got a cooking channel.
He's got a food truck.
That would make sense. Yeah. Is he gonna be at Dollywood with this food truck?
I don't think he's gonna be at Dollywood. Oh. That's what needs to happen. Dollywood needs to have a weekend where Butch sets up shop at Dollywood, and then we can eat some of his goodies. Because you ever seen him cook? He was doing some like Philly cheesesteaks on his Blackstone. I was like, that looks amazing. No, I don't know if he does. Yeah, I'll reach out. I'll see him. We'll see him on opening day. I would like to. I don't know. I'd like to try. Somebody says that what about a wedding? That's important. Come by. You can always send me an email. I will say one thing. We get asked every now and then to go to a wedding, and we have not been to a wedding from anybody in our channel. Usually because the weddings are always happening during something that's going on, one thing I think was a Dollywood thing going on, things like that we have to like cover, things like that. So go to the In-N-Out. They open near Nashville. Yes, I know. We've had a lot of In-N-Out burgers in the past out in California. And that burgers are amazing. I know a lot of people get angry with me. I don't like the fries. Now, if they're animal style fries, I'm okay with that. That's because it's covered in a bunch of.
I think it's because it's cooked in sunflower oil.
Sunflower
oil or something.
And don't get me wrong, it's probably better for me, and I should be liking them fries.
If someone had one day in Pigeon Forge, what would you tell them to do? Walk around the island. There's
one day in Pigeon Forge. Just Pigeon Forge, right?
Yeah.
If you have one day in the Smokies, I would suggest going to the National Park. That's just me. But seeing that it's
National Park's in Gatlinburg, not Pigeon Forge.
I know. One day in Pigeon Forge, definitely go to the island. If it's anytime soon, or getting ready with the dinosaurs, or putting the dinosaurs out right now, actually. That's fun. Go walk through the island. Do that. Walk the strip. Do some go-karts. If you're in the amusement parks, just spend the whole day at Dollywood. Just go to Dollywood and spend the whole day at Dollywood. The Old Mill, definitely go to the Old Mill, have dinner, walk around the Old Mill district. Yeah, those are things I suggest. So it depends on what you want to do. The National Park will always be my top recommendation. Now, if you're going to Gatlinburg, as of right now, my favorite attraction in Gatlinburg is Anarchista. I do like the chairlift going up, but they're taking that out. So I told Dawn, I'm going to be positive.
It's probably going to shake.
And maybe, because that's what happens. Sometimes I'll be like, they're taking out something I love. But then I end up later on really loving what they change it to, right? So
all those chairs are coming out? The open chairs?
Yes, everything.
I wanted this to
See, originally, we had a friend of ours tell us that they were going to build a new lift. And the old one was going to remain there. That was totally wrong. Bad information. I I wish it were that way, that they could have the, you know what I mean? But there are some positives. If you don't want to be on the chairlift when it's raining, if it's blistering hot, you don't want to be on the chairlift and baking in the sun. If it's extremely cold, if we've been on there before, you don't want to be on the chairlift. So I understand the reason why Anakista's doing it. They're doing it because they want to keep the flow and they want to keep Anakista open as long as they can. There's days where it just rains so hard, nobody go up there. And they're paying for employees to stand up, and there's nobody up there because it's raining. With the enclosed gondola, they right to the top. And then get out and I guess hang out at Anakista while it's raining. So we did renew our season passes for Anakista, so we'll be up there. We'll be up there. The good thing is that the views are still the same at the top of the mountain, and that's the most important thing, right? There's gonna be though. I'm gonna miss my legs dangling, thinking a bear is gonna come up and grab my foot. But let's see here. My husband and I will be in town in 3 weeks. So wow, for your 20th anniversary. Well, happy anniversary, Sarah. Hey, y'all from South Louisiana. Hello, Troy.
Skybridge should still be there. Like the chairlift and Skybridge, it should. I don't see why.
Skybridge, yeah, they're gonna have their original. So I guess if you really want to, you can just go do that and get your. I don't know. Eddie Stedman says that Dairy Cup in Mount Carmel has a French fry variation called Tater Babies. They are crunchy and very tasty. You know what we need to do? We need to go to Eddie's stomping grounds, hang out with Eddie, and go do something cool with Eddie. My favorite track show. Let's see what we got here. Okay, so Eddie's got Charlie's got I got a music channel called Charlie Bauder Music. Is that how I'm saying it right? Probably not. They will still have the Skybridge. Yeah, you'll still have the open chair lifts at the Skybridge. You're still going to have the open chair lifts when you get to the top of Ober Mountain. And in Skyland Ranch is still going to have theirs going to the top of their mountain as well. So there are still going to be some open chair lifts, but I'll tell you, the views though were special, especially at night coming down, down the mountain. You can see Gatlinburg, Now these ones are going to have glass bottoms, Dawn. These gondolas.
Oh, really?
Glass bottoms, which
in Akista?
Yeah, which I think might freak some people out.
Not me. Unless there's a crack in it.
You understand? Like when those glass panels and you walk on, like what you have to do to like break through on them. It's like almost impossible. Corvette Expos in 1 month. Eddie, the other day, we were coming back up from Louisiana, and there was this Corvette, brand new. It was a newer one. It's a newer Stingray. He came up the side of us. He was right next. There was nobody on the road. He came right up beside us on the highway, and he went. He was kind of like, I don't know what he was doing, and then he got in front. I go, if that's Eddie playing around with us, right? And I go, wait a second, it can't be Eddie. Anyways, I think he was out because I was looking at his, I think he was, and then he kind of waved. Whoever was in it kind of waved, and he took. I mean, he just gassed it, and he just took off. Man, I was like, wow. I was like, yeah. Then Dawn, Dawn said about the Corvette. It sits too low to the ground. That's what she said.
No, what?
He said the Corvette sits too low to the ground.
They do sit low on the ground. I'm afraid if you hit a pothole or check hole, you're gonna rip the whole front end off.
Probably will.
I do like Corvettes, but my uncle used to have one.
Did you ride an Eddie's?
No, I don't. I never rode an Eddie's. Have you?
He's offered it many times.
Maybe we have.
You can't recall.
My uncle used to have a Corvette.
I want to say we had, but I don't know. Have we all been to Buc-ee's? Gosh, we've been to all the Buc-ee's, it seems like.
If you hit a hole in any car, you're going to rip your... What do we rip out of the 300?
The 300 sits low, and every now and then I'll rip something off around here.
What you hit a hole, and what
Two radiators.
2 radiators.
I've taken out 2 radiators.
In like 6 months.
Yeah. I hit this curb going in Pigeon Forge.
I don't think it was a curb. It was a giant pothole. It
Took
was right
radiator.
Between that one Ripley's thing and the gas station thing. Yeah. It was a big old hole.
And then it was somewhere else in the Smokies. There was some kind of it just bottomed out. I
don't know. I know there's a big hole in it. I'm afraid someone's gonna bomb with their car, but I don't know if the city's supposed to take care of it or the people that own the building take care of it because it'll be private property.
I like rocking the Sky Bridge. There you go. You can rock the Sky Bridge, by the way. Somebody says, I see, PH Patty says, I seen where they're selling the chairlifts. Yes, they're selling the old chairlifts. I want to say they want $1,200 or $1,400. I don't know. It was something. It was well over $1,000. And I was like, I think that was like $1,200.
This is going to be awful. Maybe I should make a video on my channel just going around because I know where all the big holes are. They need to be repaired.
Well, the one was in...
Come on to city of Tennessee. Maybe I should make a video on my channel.
I bought them out between Ripley's.
I know where some of the holes are.
I bought them out between Ripley's Fun Maze and Casey's on the Parkway. There's a hole there. There was. They fixed it. That's because I screamed about it, but I hit it. And then the other one I hit was over near the Candy Makers, over by the alligator, the great big alligator, over there near Mountain Cove. There's a little, and I took out the second radiator there. Cruising around Pigeon Forge is how I got both of them taken out. And they cost me too.
Yeah.
I think I spent there's a couple.
I know people wouldn't want to watch it though. Here's a giant hole here. Here's a giant hole there. You can really take a bath when it rains. So. I don't know. I'm afraid you're gonna rip out your car if people ain't paying attention. I don't know.
Would you ever make a video with Jenny Penny, Dawn?
I would like to. I don't even care if I have to be on video with Jenny Penny, even just to sit down one day and just have lunch with her and just talk or whatever.
You guys talk.
That's fine. Yeah.
They talk.
But I mean, I'm not pushing for nothing with anybody, and we don't have to put each other in camera. You know.
She's going through a lot right now. You know, she's got a lot going on. I mean.
Yeah, she's got a lot on her plate right now. So.
And then she's got a lot of traveling coming up too. So.
Hi, John, Explorer Channel.
Are you going to come to Charlotte? Charlotte Auto Fair at Charlotte Motor Speedway. I don't have that planned. I agree. Jenny Penny is awesome. She's a really, we got to meet her a couple times, didn't we?
Yeah.
I want to say. She's very, very nice.
I wouldn't want to offend the companies though with the holes in the ground.
No. It's just
if it's like a personally owned private property.
I don't know.
The city's supposed to fix it.
I'm not sure.
I don't want to make them mad.
I'm not sure if.
But I mean, that one is like a giant, and it's just.
I'm not sure if the city maintains the parking lots there on the first, the second between the first and second row, or does the company or does the property owners? I don't know.
We're trying to figure that out. Every time I see that one hole, I cringe. After he ripped out the radiator in his 300, I was like, oh boy.
Tennessee Nate says the first car was a 1962 Ford Galaxy 500 with a 352 big block. That thing would scream, right? Two-door. That thing would scream. That's pretty expensive for those chairs. It's expensive. But I want to say that those chairs are really expensive to buy outright. Like, I want to say if you had to go buy a new one, they're a lot of money. You know, I mean, they're 2, 3, I don't know. I couldn't tell you the price on them, but then again, if you're just everyday people looking for, you know, most people are going to use them. They're probably going to make a bench or something out of them. $1,200. I don't know. I mean, there's people out there who'll buy them though. I bet you they're probably already pretty much spoken for. They're getting ready to be spoken for. You know, it was really crazy years and years ago. Dollywood was selling. Do you remember this? So Dollywood was selling their Dreammore rockers. You know, the rockers.
I do remember that.
Like on the porch. And they were, I want to say they were like $75 a piece. They weren't necessarily giving them away, but you know, they were in good shape, but they were replacing everything. They were only like a year old. They weren't very, you know, they still had that Dreammore stamped on the back of them. And I said, let's go up there and get a couple for our front porch. You know, that's kind of cool. Dollywood, you know, it says Dreammore on them. And we got up there like 2 minutes after the sale started, and they were all sold. They sold them all. And they sold them all for, I don't know. And I was like, wow, because, you know, you can, I mean, those ones were special. They were Dreammore, but they were also, you know, used for a year or two or whatever. But you can go buy brand new ones for, you know, the same price. So it's amazing what things will sell for to people, you know. Like sometimes I like going to auctions. Dawn will tell you I like going to auctions. And I always say, wow, this stuff is selling. Like I'll go on the internet and go, Dawn, look, you can buy it brand new for $1,200 and they already got the bid up to $1,200 plus a buyer's premium. I said, you know, like we were in unclaimed baggage. They were selling those Nintendo Switch 2s for like $425 to $450. And I said, well, heck, you might as well spend an extra $75 to get a brand new one that you know is brand new. It's going to have, you know what I mean, a warranty, or you know what I mean? At least, you know, you bought it new. I don't know. It's amazing what things will go for. Have you been to Florida Seafood in Cocoa Beach? We have not. I don't think we have ever been to that. My friend Jacqueline thinks you're so handsome. Oh, wow. Well, thank you. Is that daughter? Me. I guess it's me.
I'm not handsome. You're a dude.
Don't let Dawn hear you say that, though. She's a scrapper. She'll rip your eyes out. Okay. Let's see here. That 62 Galaxy only had 70,000 miles on it. Wow. What's your favorite place to eat? Taco Bell.
Eat in Pigeon Forge.
When we're on the road, sometimes we'll stop over and grab a couple tacos. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If you actually, because, you know, Google follows me. You know, if you have your Google Maps set to your timeline, it records like every place you go. And it will tell you like what restaurant do you visit the most. You know what I mean? It'll tell you those things. And for us, it's Taco Bell. It's Taco Bell. I would say Dairy Queen is probably pretty close to it too. But we just go there for
lately we've been stopping off at a grocery store and getting like deli sandwiches and fruit.
Since the beginning of the year, our big thing now is like on this last road trip, we stop at Walmart and we get the pre-made salads and stuff. You know what I'm saying? A
deli sandwich.
And a deli sandwich.
Or salad or
because But if I'm out in the middle, like, I'll get a couple like plain tacos, things like that, things that are not so, it's kind of what we do. Prayers for Jenny Penny. Yes, like I said, it's got to be hard. I mean, she's very upbeat, up-spirited, but she's been going through a lot of stuff for many years. She's very tough. I mean, I told Dawn the other day when she had her teeth. I guess we could talk about it because she made a video. So she has denture. What do they call it? Jen's denture venture.
Adventures.
Go over there and check it out, guys. You guys get a chance.
Yeah.
Go over and check out Jenny Penny channel. She's getting dentures, right? And I told Dawn, I said, she's a real trooper because I'd probably be the biggest baby screaming and crying about the whole thing.
She's a trooper.
And don't get me wrong, I bet you she is, when the camera's on, she's probably trying to be positive. I bet you it's probably pretty tough.
When she does heal and she can wear her full dentures, she'll probably look good.
We did see it with what she showed everybody. I go, that's what I did because she looked good.
Yeah,
she looked good. So
Jacob's gonna scratch her eyes out.
I know. Jacob's gonna scratch my eyes out. Huh? Jacob's probably flying somewhere right now. So hopefully it's far away so I don't get my eyes scratched out. Don't be eating Taco Bell. I know. Don't get me wrong, guys. Taco Bell's, but what other place? Okay, so here's a good question for y'all because you guys need to help me. I gotta eat better, right? I gotta eat better. Okay. And I'm on the road. You're on the road. You're gonna be on the road for a week or so. And you've been driving, you got to drive 6 or 7 hours to get to a place. So you don't have enough time to sit down in a restaurant. You got to grab something and kind of go, right? What do you all suggest? Like what restaurant, like what chain? Because that's all you really have is chains. What do you guys suggest? I mean, like I look at if I go to McDonald's, greasy fries, that's probably not a good idea. Any of the fast food places like hamburger joints could be greasy fries, greasy burgers, right? That's not good, right? We all agree. Everybody's going to agree on that. Taco Bell, you get 3 little tacos with lettuce, cheese, and a little bit of meat. Sometimes you can opt that out for maybe chicken or something, right? What should I be eating? Now, lately, we've been doing Walmart. Get the salads, put them in the cooler. We could pull off in the rest area. That's good, right?
I don't know. You guys always say eat healthy.
Subway.
What are you guys eating for healthiness?
I said Subway just recently, and someone told me, "Oh no, you don't eat Subway. That dang bun's gonna kill you." Oh my goodness, you're doing it all wrong. And then Arby's. Arby's is good. We had Arby's today. I had a roast beef, but the bun. I don't know. Like, what do you guys? Don't get me wrong. I do enjoy. I do like hearing everybody. Grade D quality beef. Now, how do you get grade D quality beef when you're on the road?
I don't know.
Kroger's makes good sandwiches. Yeah, I'm that. Now, me, Curtis, I'm with you.
Arby's roast beef is good for you. Yeah.
I think it's better than probably a quarter pounder of cheese at McDonald's, maybe. I could be wrong, right? Subway, yes. Subway to me seems, in my opinion, or that it is a good thing, right? I mean, it would be a good healthy eat, right? I agree with you, but some people will be like, no way, tropical smoothie. Oh my goodness, that's not real food, is it?
Salads, wraps, and deli subs, and
Raising Cane's. I try to stay away from deep fried stuff. I'm trying to take a lot of the the oils that out of things. My dog got sick on Taco Bell. What? Jeez. Love Subway. Yeah, I agree with you on Subway. I think Subway is a good, just hire a nutritionist to help, right?
I mean, I'd like to lose some weight, but it's just not going to happen.
Yeah,
I don't know. I
just try
guess I'm fat.
just try a nutritionist.
How about McDonald's? What are you going to eat at McDonald's? Wouldn't it be worse than
No, I'm just saying.
Taco Bell? Or what about Kentucky Fried Chicken, but it's deep fat fried chicken? Or chicken deep.
I like
deep
Nancy.
fryer,
Nancy says Publix salads, which are good, but if you're in if you're up north, there is no Publix. But yeah, I do get you guys. I do appreciate you guys'
You can't just
people will say anything
cold turkey without no carbs, and then when you do, you forget how to eat, and then you gain it all back and then some.
TWV Cook, I think people will say everything is bad. Exactly, and that's what it is. True, you know, it doesn't matter what I eat. Like I'll come out like when I'll come out and say, oh, I'm trying to eat better, and then I will eat a salad somewhere. Oh God, did you? I can't believe you did that. Did you understand that ham on there is processed? You're gonna die. You're gonna die. I'm like,
you had
what?
a salad somewhere and you didn't like it, but you can't. Don't say the restaurant. I can't remember what it was or where it was.
A man can't live on salads alone.
No one wants to see someone else eat a salad.
My doctor said, Will,
don't forget about the banana split, Eddie.
My doctor says, Will, God has got our time set for us. And yes, we should eat better. And don't get me wrong, but your time comes, right? You know what I'm saying? And they're saying, yeah, I mean, yeah, so it's just interesting. Just said that you can't eat, you just can't eat salads all day long either, right? So eat whatever they grilled chicken. And Love Bug, I'm with you on this. In my mind, try to eat more salad. Eat if it's green, it's for me. Ever heard that term? If it's green, it's for me. Chickens, yeah, I can. I'm consider chicken, yeah, yogurt. Things like that, and every now and then, like my doctor says, yeah, you can have a burger, or when you're doing your food reviews, have a burger and maybe a half order of fries, or ask them, is there an alternative for the fries or something, or you guys can share a fry or something like that. So, I mean, there's things around, as we get on to things. Do roll up ham cheese roll ups. Yeah, that Miss Vicky, that's actually a really good suggestion. You hear what Miss Vicky did? She's like, do ham roll ups and stuff, right? Cheese roll ups, yes. Keep them in the cooler. I know, like, you're on the road and you're, and everybody's like that, in real life. You get up in the morning, you go to work, you get out of work, you don't have a lot of time. You just grab something and go. And we all do that. Everybody does that, Chipotle. Yeah, I get you on that too. Tropical Smoothie has wraps. Do they? Does Tropical Smoothie have wraps and flatbreads and quesadillas?
Carnival Cruise Guy said my wife wants me to eat a salad 2 times a week for lunch, and I told her I'm not a rabbit.
I think we can, like, I'll try to replace as much as I can with, if it's green, green beans, broccoli, salads, things like that. I can do that, and every now and then I do have to have something, but grill or bake. Grill or bake. Yeah, Love Bug, you're right. I'm trying to keep away from the deep fryers, right? That's what I'm trying to personally do, is keep away from the deep. Like Chick-fil-A, I will go in there and get their naked nuggets. I like those. But then again, I want to dip them in the honey mustard. And the honey mustard's probably the worst thing, right? So what do I dip them in? And Dawn's like, well, don't dip them in anything. Just eat them like the way they are. I go, well, that's not fun.
I watched this one girl on Instagram. She takes a packet of honey with those things from Chick-fil-A, those chicken nugget things, the gold ones, puts honey in it, in that buffalo barbecue sauce. She said it sounds weird, but it's good. I don't know.
Curtis says, do I like Bennett's barbecue? So our friend Eddie that's in the chat here, when the last time we were in town together during the Rod Run, Eddie says, we're going to Bennett's barbecue. you have to try their half chicken. Okay. You got to try their half chicken. So I said, okay, and oh my goodness, he was right. They give you like 2 sides or something. And the half a chicken was amazing. Fall off the bone. It was juicy throughout. I believe it's smoked. It's a smoked half chicken. Now, Dawn, not so much. Me, it was really good. And ever since that, I've been craving that smoked half chicken from Bennett's Barbecue. But there's not a lot of options for you there.
No.
And that's the reason why we don't go. But I have been. They do have a salad bar there.
Yeah.
So buffalo sauce. I like the buffalo sauce at Chick-fil-A. I do like the Chick-fil-A sauce. Their Polynesian is very, very sweet to me. I try to stay away from that. Healthy appetizers, deep fried deviled eggs from Bennett's. There you go, Eddie. Eddie, quit talking about Bennett's. During that Corvette, we're going to have to go hit Bennett's up is what's going to have to happen. Somebody says, Nate says he's on Ozempic. So you can't eat a lot. How do you like Ozempic, Nate? I mean, is it, I don't know. I know that my insurance won't cover the Ozempic thing. But they said there's a pill out now that's actually kind of reasonable. And I thought, well, okay, maybe I can do that, right? But I don't know about like taking pills too. I don't know. I got enough pills I take. Let's see here. If you can meal prep for a week, chicken, rice, beef. Yeah. Right now, my plan is when we hit the road, when we go out west, it's okay. I'll tell you my plan for eating when we go out west. Of course, there are places along the way I do want to eat at for the channel. Some iconic places that I feel you have to eat at. Now, I'm going to be careful what I order when I'm at those places of interest for the video. But in the meanwhile, I have a cooler. I have a Bouge RV cooler. And I hook it to my Blue Yeti. And it stays running for about 3 days. And then one of the days that I stay at a hotel, I'll take it in, charge it up for a few, charge it full. It takes a couple hours. Take it back down. I'm going to try to do more of those salads and sandwiches in the cooler. So we're not finding ourselves eating at McDonald's. We're not finding ourselves eating at the Taco Bells on the way. Not stopping and getting gas station pizza, which gas station pizza is good, especially from certain places. Yeah. Dawn kind of smirked.
Well, the one time we had it was so loaded with grease.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes it's greasy.
I can't remember where it was, but the one we had.
So we're going to try to eat, a little better on the road, and I'll carry a lot because, Walmarts they're everywhere, but they're not everywhere. And they're not so much as convenient to go in, and get out. And so we're going to be carrying a lot of them. That's kind of my plan when we head out west. I'm going to try to take a lot of that food with me. I think Jacob the Carpetbagger talked about Ozempic bringing his diabetes. Well, I know that's what Ozempic is for. It is for folks.
Hi, Silver Whip Adventures.
It originally was for folks on diabetes. So, now Jacob, he looks good. Last time I seen him, he looked.
Someone said he was on Ozempic.
Yeah, but he's yet again, he's like. He's on the road all the time, and those choices that are out there, those those gas stations you stop to fill up at, they don't give you good choices. You know what I'm saying? Like as soon as you go off the highway, what is it? Wendy's, Taco Bell, McDonald's, you know what I mean? And you're on the road and you got 600 miles to get to your next destination. You can't go someplace, mom and pa's down the road and get a salad or something, what do you have left? Taco Bell, McDonald's, those are not the best choices, right? So, Tzatziki's, Mediterranean. Now, Mediterranean, I like.
So it's cucumbers to the road. That's not a bad idea. I like cucumbers.
The only problem is like after a couple of days of being on the road, you run out of, and then are you bringing a cutting board and you're sitting in a hotel cutting your cucumbers up? Now some Walmarts might have it prepackaged, or like say a Food City or something, right? You can get it and that works. But I don't know. Do you have any?
That's why I say I've been suggesting like the grocery store, some get some fruit, or sometimes they have vegetables cut up and stuff, and celery or carrots. Or
we do have some cruises planned for the future. Yeah. Do you not want to be healthy? Do I not want to be healthy? No, I want to be healthy. I would like to be here a little bit longer than, if I can, and yet again, there's been a lot going on. You guys all know Adam the Woo, and what happened, and now that we know more and more, thank God that I had went to see the doctor a few years ago. My mom and Dawn, I wasn't feeling very well. I think I've told this story. I think I've told this before. And I went to see a doctor, and the doctor said, well, your blood pressure is really high. And I've been seeing a doctor ever since for the last, 2-3 years? Mm-hmm. 2 years now? 2 or 3 years. Pretty much every couple months to get my blood pressure is under control now. But just think that if I would have been ignoring that, I could end up, Dawn could wake up one morning and, you know what I mean? So I don't want her. We don't want that. Nobody wants that.
Dieting is hard. That's why they call it diet. You're going to die trying to lose weight and you still can't figure it out. Ugh.
So yes. I've been on high blood pressure for a while now. And it seems for a while there, they had a hard time trying to bring it down, keeping it steady. But now it's pretty good. Right. And I'm on some other medications too for other things, but they're not like, things like that. And then there's some other things I'm working on right now too. Yet again, like all your doctors are going to tell you, if you want to get, the pills are one thing, but if you can get your weight down, you can get healthier. You might not be so dependent on those pills. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of folks in the YouTube community that have been having heart problems and, high blood pressure and, so, but, and just think, and if Adam, and we all know this, if Adam would have went and got checked out a couple years ago, he might still be here today. And if I didn't go get checked out a couple years ago, I might not be here, or who knows? Who really knows though? That's what the doctor says. We don't know. There's folks that, so I love these pretend doctors, pretend dietitians on that chat here. Everybody's got their opinion, Rick. Everybody's got their opinion. I don't think anybody takes anything at heart. I just think people are just trying to be helpful or opinionated, and are you guys going to Dollywood on March the 13th? That's not good for me. I do drink water all day though. I have one of these every now and then. And tonight I said, I'm going to have one of those tonight.
Nancy, how about some sardines? My husband likes them, but I think they're gross. They do have omegas and good protein. I heard about the sardines. You can live to be in your 80s and still move around.
Tennessee Nate says, hey, they said Adam had an enlarged heart. That's what his sister said. It was not from high blood pressure. Yeah, I don't know if it's from high blood pressure or not. I know when they found the high blood pressure with me, one of the first tests I had was to have an x-ray. So they sent me to the hospital, had an x-ray done on my chest to see how my heart. They wanted to make sure my heart wasn't enlarged. That came back and they said, no, my heart is normal, which is good, right? Which is good.
Sardines, I heard, give you gas, so I can imagine it probably wouldn't be pleasant either. Sardines cooked in a can, or they come raw in a can? Ooh.
Yeah,
as like bone. How can you eat bone?
As for Adam, I don't know exactly. I just know that he had complications. Like they said. I'm not going to repeat that. I think everybody. But if you would have seen a doctor, maybe
I like the tuna packets, the deli style ones. They're probably the worst one for you, though. It's probably not that healthy. I have a couple of in my refrigerator.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what happened with me. They did tests and stuff like that. I've had an ultrasound. I have thyroid. So they also found out that my thyroid's not working. So I had to have an ultrasound done of my thyroid, right? And they deemed that don't work. So I'm on pills for that.
You can take tuna fish packets with this on the road.
I think you got to be careful, though, on how much tuna fish you eat, though.
Because it's salt, right?
Well, and when it's in package, I think it's like when it's in packages, they put preservatives in it, right? Like preservatives are not a good thing.
Get a tuna, right? Those tuna fish packets, put in a bowl, and dip your chip in it. And making it something supposed to be healthy, not healthy. I don't know.
Yeah. Tuna fish, I think is good, but you got to be like very, what I mean. Like
Eddie Stedman said, I'm a sardine guy. My dream is still a sardine food truck in Sevierville.
There you go. That would tell you about, so back when I worked in the plastic injection molding, we had one machine operator that worked for us. She was 82 years old. She was still working in the factory at 82 years old. And she could run circles around some of the guys that were 18, 19, and 20 years old when she would run these machines. She would get mad at us when we try to give her a lesser job or something a little more laid back. We tried to get her to retire, and she did not want to retire. And she's feisty for the young guys. So she would chase some of the young guys around the shop at 82, 83 years old. She drove a Jeep. Those things are hard to get. And she grew up in Hamtramck. If you're from, one day I was sitting there and I said, what's the secret of being like 82 years old and with all the energy and being able to run circles around these young guys and all that? You know what she said to me? Sardines. That's what she said. She said sardines. Sardines is the answer to a long life. And she also said, don't become your age. I think it was another thing she said too. Because as soon as you start playing out your age, it becomes, what I mean? So
he said Adam's dad is in the hospital.
I don't know that.
Roy Adams' dad, it's probably the stress from losing his son. Okay. Tennessee Nate, Adams' dad just put a video out and he's in the hospital. So that's not good. I'm sorry to hear that.
Did he? No. I am subscribed to him. Oh, wow. So he is.
Welcome, everyone. Jim.
Announcement is JWW in the hospital. That's what he says. No. But is he just getting checked up or what?
They say he's on his kidney dialysis.
Kidney dialysis. Oh, wow. Yeah, I haven't had a chance to watch his video yet. In fact, I'm going to be getting off here right about now to go see that. There's a couple other videos I got to watch. I got to watch too. So definitely prayers for Adam's dad.
I don't think I'd want some of the can of sardines either when you open it.
Foot infection. And
then that juice in the can, if you drip it on your shirt, you smell like it.
I know that Adam's dad he was diabetic. And I know he had problems with his feet, right? We know that. I've known that for years. And so, I hope he takes it easy because he's gone through a lot. And then he's trying to, there is over 700,000 subscribers of Adam's out there. And he's carrying that torch as, trying to comfort Adam's community, trying to, get the right information out. He is the source for everything when it comes to Adam, yeah, you're right. He needs to take some time for himself too.
Someone said if you're careful, you won't spill the can of sardines.
Yeah, don't spill the sardines. Her name is Nancy. We just call her the old lady Nancy, right? She was a peppy one. Okay, guys. Yeah, see, Adam's dad, he didn't have to do everything he's done. He didn't have to, and he's a tough guy, which, we know that comes from, Adam's toughness came from his dad, and his mom. His mom's a tough lady too. He's trying, I think he sees, 700,000 of Adam's fans and friends and family and everybody, and he's trying to, fill, all the answers and questions and you know what I mean? And so definitely prayers for him. I'll get off here. I want to go watch his video and see how he's doing. Cause that's a concern. Are you going to Hawaii this year?
I don't know. It's on the bucket list of one of the 50 states.
We'll see. Okay, guys. Well, guys, we are going to say goodnight to y'all. Thank you so much. Thank you for the surprise.
Thank you so much, you guys.
Thanks yet again. Prayers for, Fridays forever. Still pray. Still keep them in your prayers. If you haven't seen their video, they just posted. I think it was a couple days now, but they go in to talk about everything they went through, the miracle that happened there, and yet again, keep Adam's dad and that in your prayers and stuff like that, and his family still. I mean, they're still, they're still 5 years from now, they're still going to be, because Adam's internet presence, I guess, and stuff like that, and he's trying to be a dad for everyone. But that's it, guys. Thank you so much. We love you all. Thanks to our moderators. We love you. This was fun. We'll do this again. We love you, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.